Hi everyone, this is Madhuri and greetings from National Skills Network and Drone Fluence. As some of you may be aware, Drone Fluence is an initiative from National Skills Network NSN. And through this channel, we are trying to create awareness about the need for skill development and training, and also information sharing about the industry sector through stories, interviews, and updates. And it is in this connection that today we have with us our guest, Mr. Ram Kumar. He is the Vice President, Agriculture and Government from Garuda Aerospace. So welcome, Ram, today. And we are so excited to have you. And as many people know, drone is an emerging industry in India, and it's filled with young people like you who bring in a lot of enthusiasm, energy, and the industry itself is full of startups and small companies. But then Garuda Aerospace is a very big name, as we all know. So let's get started, Ram, by asking you about your passion for drones and how your education is helping you to develop a career in drones.
Very good morning, and thank you for having me for this wonderful session. So, drones is something like which is very new for us, and the way that we are coming up in the market and we are helping the farmers, that really motivates us, and the way we are building the next generation model, that is similar to what we wanted to do. Like last 2 to 3 days, we are working on a different model compared to the others, and in the coming days, you can see the many changes happening in the industry.
Okay. So you are an engineer, right, by qualification. So how did you make a switch to drones, and then why specifically in agriculture?
Uh, Basically, I'm from a mechanical background, and the spark which this drone had in me is something very different. I'm also from a farming background, and I have visited more than 20 states. I have visited more than 500 villages. I've talked to many farmers, like one on one, like communicated with them in such a way, like getting their feelings, getting their intention, what they wanted to do. What one thing I understood is the next generation farmers are not into the farming. All the farmers want their children to either be an engineer or an advocate or an military or like other profession compared to the farming.
Yeah.
So what happens if the same process continues? Where will we go for like food? India is very rich in agriculture, but the way it is going, it is not so good for us to bring something very new. This drone is something which can create an impact. It can help them in such a way, bringing back the farming sector into the green revolution. The drones, the one who operates the drone is called pilot. So
Hmm.
that actually like gives a very good uh, position for them to go back into the farming. And at the same time, the manpower shortage is very, very high.
Hmm.
On time, the crop is like not sprayed. Because of that, the food wastage is very high. And certain crops, as everyone knows, it requires certain hazardous chemicals. So when the farmers are going into the field, when they are doing with their hand sprayers, they have to breathe in and breathe out the same chemical which they are spraying. And
Hmm.
moreover, they need to work on the crop, so the crop damage will be very high. So apart from this, there are many other disadvantages. So to have drones which will eliminate everything.
Yeah.
Basically, the drones does same type of operation in less than 7 to 8 minutes, which in a manual it takes more than 3 to 4 hours. It saves water by 75%. The pesticide or fertilizer, whatever saved, is also been reduced. Ultimately, it helps them in multiple ways.
Hmm.
So, to bring these drones and to give a job opportunities for the village entrepreneurs will bring back the green revolution is what like we felt when we talk to a farmer and interact with them in such a way, that really motivates me and my organization in a big manner.
Yeah, that's a very fascinating journey you have had at such a young age, Ram. And the way you have just told us about the farmer's story and how there is a need to, sustain farming and attract the young people in the farmers' families and in their communities. And I can see that through technology, this all the drone related initiatives are a very positive sign, as you have just told us. So you were mentioning about few advantages also about spraying, using drones. So along with this, what are the other things that, for example, let's say if farmers have to use drones, are they ready to do it now? What is your understanding in terms of affordability of a drone, or are there services available, or are there loan schemes and all available for them at this point in time?
To say frank, it is very difficult to make farmer understand that this technology reduces water, this technology saves the medicine what they spray. Because the same operation they're doing by hand, like hand sprayers or like tractor sprayers for years to years.
Hmm.
So when we say them directly, like this saves totally, they are not in a position or they will not understand until and unless they see the result.
Okay.
So what we actually did is we have traveled to 350 KVKs, which is Krishi Vigyan Kendra, which is run by the senior scientists, principal scientists, and the entomologists. We have worked with them. We have presented them what this drone is all about, what this drone can do. The live demonstration we have given them. And KVK is something which promotes the new agriculture technology and they bring into their nearby community and they will educate the farmers
Hmm.
about the new agri machineries, whatever that is coming up. So we, with the help of all the KVK scientists, we have done n number of demonstrations. So 350 KVKs, meaning in 350 districts, we have traveled with 350 teams.
Okay.
So we have given a wonderful demonstration, presentation, and we have educated farmers. And only after seeing a live demonstration and after seeing the result, they all like step one step forward to make use of this technology and to see the results.
Hmm.
And the second thing what you were asking is about the loan option. Government has now came up with wonderful schemes with Agriculture Infrastructure Fund, which is called AIF.
Hmm.
And with AIF, it is very less interest compared to the direct loan option.
Hmm.
So, and also government is giving 3% subsidy through AIF.
Okay.
Ultimately, the interest rate it comes around like less than 6%, which is very good for farmers to make use of this technology, and they can earn minimum 50,000 to 1 lakh by spraying like 10 acres a day. So
Okay.
we are bringing the concept like totally different for them to earn more revenue and to bring like all the farming sectors in a single portion. And the other thing what I wanted to say is we are also in developing an application called G1. So which is similar to an Ola Uber application. If any farmer in any X villages wants to spray for his crop,
Hmm.
and any crop, it may be even half acre or like 500 acres or 100 acres, he can give all the details like from where he is, what crop he wants to spray, what cycle it is, what medicine he wants to spray, and everything. And that will be through our application and it will indicate to our nearby dealer or a distributor or entrepreneur.
Hmm.
Meaning the operation, whatever is requested from by a farmer, will be sprayed on time.
Okay.
When we give a request in the Ola and Uber for a cab, it will go
Mhm.
to a nearby driver and
Right.
he accepts it and he will come to our position.
Right.
Same thing we are coming up and we are going to do it to save
Okay.
farmers. Now,
That's
this is
great.
something new, and apart from this, we'll have multiple things on the application which
Hmm.
farmer can use it. We are also working with many entomologists to bring an the dosage. No one is aware of the dosage, what dosage to use. If you buy any chemical or pesticide, the dosage will be mentioned. Like
Hmm.
for an acre or hectare, the quantity will be the same. But
Yeah.
it will not be mentioned that is either for a hand sprayers or a tractors or a drone.
Hmm. Hmm.
The government is also taking a huge step and they came up with an sample SOP with which now they are also moving to the other step, that will be very helpful for us to help them in many ways.
Okay, that's really interesting. I think the details you shared about, especially, the amount of the pesticide that needs to be sprayed, for example, is a minute detail, but it's very important. And also, you were telling us about how you're working with the Krishi Vigyan Kendras, the KVKs, which brings in the scientific angle and how difficult it is to convince the farmer. But I'm sure you were able to convince a few of them, right, in all these months, telling them about the benefits. And now this scheme which is available for them to purchase a drone, for example, uh, so are people availing this RAM at this? I mean, are they aware of this? Are they availing it?
They are aware of it and they started like applying for it, ma'am.
Hmm.
Many are showing interest, and this is something where this scheme doesn't require any collateral or any documents to be submitted. It's a
Okay.
collateral-free loan. It's under AIF. No, we suggest everyone to go with AIF. So
Hmm.
that helps them to get the loan at like a very low percentage and also without any documents, and also that gives them a time period for 3 to 7 years.
Okay.
So we help not only by selling the drones, we'll make sure he earns a good amount of income every month. All our orders or like we'll have multiple demonstration or any sorts of event every time in a regular basis, so
Hmm.
that everyone will make use of this concept and they'll be like hiring for the drones and they'll be spraying for the crops.
Right. I think this will go a long way in, like, we talk about the objective of doubling farmers' incomes. I think this is going to play a very important role as you are explaining the whole story to us. Now, coming to the other part of the story, that is to do with how skilled are these people, how trained are they to use the drones? Because as we understand, any technology requires a bit of minimum training to use, right, the tool, the equipment, and the machinery and all that. So what has been your experience, and how do you foresee the need for skill development? And recently we also heard that Garuda Aerospace is launching a lot of skilling programs. So can you tell us more about it, maybe in as much detailed a manner as possible?
Sure, ma'am. So Garuda Aerospace, it has like 30 different types of drone models.
Okay.
Each drone is capable of like functioning minimum 3 to 4 different operations.
Hmm.
So the job requirement is very huge. We have won multiple tenders with Survey of India. We have mapped more than 10,000 villages for UP, which is digitalizing of land records. Simultaneously, we have won many tenders for NHA, National Highway Authority of India.
Hmm.
So apart from this, there are many tenders which are in the pipeline. And in terms of agriculture, which is very much required, in India we have 6.3 lakh villages. So our aim and our goal is to have minimum 6.3 lakh drones in next 2 years. Meaning it will give job opportunities for 6.3 lakh pilots, village
Yeah.
entrepreneurs. They are also like awarded with some subsidy schemes.
Hmm.
So we are creating an employment opportunities for all the village entrepreneurs, not only to give them training, also to educate them with the right loan option or the schemes which is available with the NSDC, and
Hmm.
also to bring their revenue model.
Okay.
And as you said, the skilling is very much required. The last session you had with some RPTOs. So
Hmm.
Garuda Aerospace is also one of an RPTO, and I myself an instructor, where we teach them, we guide them in such a way. This is a very new concept now. So
Hmm.
many people like they doesn't educate them very well. This is easily crashable. Whatever they do, if something happens, they don't crashes ultimately, and they're not educating them with any insurance option or like what to do after sales services is very important.
Hmm.
So in our RPTO, we not only cover the entire syllabus, apart from the syllabus, we'll educate them in such a way, what if something happens, what if, we'll teach them in all the scenarios. What
Hmm.
if something happens, what should be done on the right time? So that will be very helpful for them because no one has a service center in all the villages.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
right.
like a tractor industry where we need to have a service center in all the villages for them to something happens, they need to immediately rectify it and to make sure that it runs at least the next day for them to like rotating their business or to save the crop by spraying on the time.
Hmm.
Or we are in such a way like we are our mindset is to have the center of excellence.
Hmm.
We are planning to have a drone yatra where we will be having our drones displayed in 777 districts,
Okay.
and also we'll be coming up with 777 service center and training center in all the universities in India, so that everyone will make use of it and they'll be learning it in a shorter time and they can use it in many ways.
Great. That's a very nice vision and a plan you have to skill people and train people. And Ram, is this a part of the DGCA certification, or is it no? I mean, does it need that compliance with DGCA when you are offering this training? Is it
Of course, ma'am,
mandatory?
as I said, it is mandatory. So we
Okay.
are one of an DGCA authorized RPTO.
Hmm.
So we are following all the inspection and also we'll guide them like where to fly, where not to fly. The
Hmm.
drones which they fly should have the compliances and the pilot who operates the drone should have the license.
Yeah.
So when you buy two-wheeler, four-wheeler, you have to go to an RTO. Same
Yeah.
ways for drones, you have to go to RPTO.
Hmm.
So we'll make sure they follow all the rules and regulations. And the minimum age should be 18 years and they should not be more than 65 and they should have minimum like 10th grade.
Okay.
So as per the DGCA guidelines.
Okay. So all the guidelines will be followed here, as it is mentioned by
That's
them.
it, ma'am.
Okay. And one more important thing which I would like to know from you is the scope for entrepreneurship, because you have already mentioned servicing could be one, area where people can start like self-employment or entrepreneurship. Have you gone deeper into this and explored how this can be facilitated?
Definitely, ma'am. As I said, the village entrepreneurs, not only the village entrepreneurs, nowadays, like the city entrepreneurs also like more focused onto this drone technology. One thing is this is very new and it's look like more fascinating. And the other thing is they also do some sort of studies in the drones and they come with the mindset that this can help their like this can change their life or they can come into this drone sector.
Hmm.
So we'll according to their background, according to their designation, we guide them and we'll make sure they go into the right path. If they are from the rural background, we'll train them in the agriculture sector and we'll give them agri drone. If they're from the city sector, as I said, there are many other drones which we are doing. So we'll segregate them according to their knowledge, their eligibility. Step by step, we are educating them in many ways.
Okay. Great. And to close this conversation, I think I would need to know more from you about young people like you who want to, get trained and get educated. What would be your advice to them? How can they go about, in case they are interested to get into this industry?
Basically, they can be any background. They need to have basic knowledge, on the engineering side, and also if they wanted to have more into this agri loan, they need to have knowledge on the agri sector
Hmm.
because like there are more than 25 different types of crops. Each crop like has like their own unique style of like spraying, harvesting time, season time, soil, everything differs. So if they wanted to go into the survey types, they not only survey mapping, and there are many government sector where it is mandatorily required for their boiler testing or inspection. There are many drones. What I'll suggest them is initially they need to go for an RPTO training. They
Hmm.
can either go for the small category and learn about the small category models, and they can also go for the medium category, wherein they'll also be knowing more about the medium category drones. So this RPTO is a basic where they can come into the drone sector. They can learn about the DGCA rules 2022, what needs to be done in the drone industry, what need not be like done. They have to first learn the rules. Rules is very important. So even in the agriculture, this is not like agri equipment like the tractor or any other machines. So the rules is framed in such a way that it falls into the aircraft rules and regulations.
Yeah.
So basic thing is they need to learn the rules, they need to understand what drone is, and after that they can, according to their interest, according to their thing, they can choose their sector, like which category they want it to be.
Yes. Which industry they want to enter into, right? Yeah, so I think that was a very enlightening conversation, Ram. We learned a lot listening to the points that you shared and the story you shared about your background, especially your passion for agriculture and you coming from an agricultural family. I'm sure you're going to really be supporting a whole lot of farming community in India, especially. So thank you so much for joining us today. And we look forward to be in touch with you. And in case you happen to visit Hyderabad, do let us know. It will be nice to meet you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
ma'am. Thank you.